Question: how is the language defined for email sent to the user as Lotus Connections notifications? Option A. The administrator defines the language in Lotus Connections config.xml. Option B. The administrator defines what language each user gets in the LDAP source. Option C. The notifications are always sent as the language associated with the locale defined for the Lotus Connections server. Option D. If the recipient has logged into Lotus Connections, the message is composed in the language specified as the preferred language for the web browser the recipient used to log in. The correct answer is option D. Question: while in Lotus Connections, Thomas needed to remove a user leaving the organization. That user later returned. When Thomas added the user back into the LDAP directory, he realized the user had no access to the data he had left in Lotus Connections. Which of the following best describes the reason for this? Option A. The user was assigned a new unique ID. Option B. Once the user is removed, the data owned by the user is changed to read-only automatically. Option C. The user must also have the exact same password when first accessing Lotus Connections again. Option D. The username must not share the same email address as previously utilized, or Lotus Connections changes the data to read-only. The correct answer is option A. Question: Adalia has not enabled Communities Directory Service integration on her Lotus Connections environment. When she searches Communities, which of the following will be available to the search? Option A. Name. Option B. Profiles. Option C. Manager. Option D. Notification. The correct answer is option A.
Maybe you're in Australia.
Question: after you make the necessary changes to the XML configuration files utilizing the WASADmin2 linear network deployment Lotus Connections environment, which of the following steps must be completed? Option A. You must restart just the deployment manager for the changes to take effect. Option B. You must also synchronize the nodes to propagate the changes across a cluster. Option C. You must copy the modified XML file to each server utilizing the wascopy command. Option D. You must stop all the beans controls on each server node after applying the change. The correct answer is option B.